Let's go. Welcome to Jordan High School. Tonight we have a Region 3 showdown between the Bingham Miners and the Jordan Beet Diggers. Jordan receiving the kick to get things started here. The winner of this one, both teams undefeated in Region 3. The winner will claim at least a share of the region title. Hi there, everybody, and welcome to our broadcast here on live.ksl.com. Rod Zundel, Channel 5, and our crew here. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Bingham Miners, 33-game winning streak against in-state teams. They've won the last 6 meetings between the Diggers and the Miners. Jordan will have it. This is a battle between the state's highest-scoring offense, Jordan, at 47 points per game, and the state's best defense, Bingham, only giving up 7 points a game. Drew Lisk, the quarterback. Ball on the ground, but he picks it up. And he's going deep right off the bat, and it falls incomplete. Drew Lisk, number 7, 342 yards per game. He has 24 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. He also has an average of 83 yards rushing per game. Last week against Copper Hills, 421 yards, 7 touchdowns. So Osaka Fences, or the Maroon of Jordan for the last 4 years, and now Drew Lisk has been waiting in the wings, and he's taking advantage of it. One of the top passers in the state right there. You can see why. Hits his man out at the 38-yard line. And that's his favorite receiver, Spencer Curtis, averaging 140 yards receiving a game. Has 6 touchdowns. Now, Spencer's only 26 yards away from becoming 5th on the all-time career list as far as receiving yards. And that's 18. So now he's 8 yards away. Pass to Isaiah Jackson, and Jackson crosses the 40 out to the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 3, bringing up 2nd down and 7. So Spencer Curtis needs only 8 more yards to become 5th on the all-time receiving yards list in the history of high school football here in Utah. 2nd down and 7. Lisk. Across the middle, wide open at the 45-yard line, down to the 40, to the 39-yard line. That's another Jordan first down on this Miners defense. Lisk, no pressure from the Miner defense whatsoever, and he had a clear lane. And that was an easy pass and catch. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Bingham. Across the middle, caught again inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line, and that is Spencer Curtis. And I believe right there, with that catch, Spencer Curtis now becomes 5th on the all-time record list as far as the receiving yards go in the state of Utah. Jackson's got it on the inside screen. Isaiah Jackson inside the 15, down near the 10-yard line. Bingham says the ball came loose. And let's see if it is or if it's Jordan football. It is Bingham football. Isaiah Jackson fumbles at the 10-yard line. And so the first turnover by this stout Bingham defense, and that puts a halt to this drive from the opening moments of the first quarter of the Jordan Beet Diggers. So the Bingham Miners, 33-game winning streak against in-state teams. Matt Dane, the junior quarterback, under center, turns, hands off to his second man through, and that is going to be a first down run across the 22 to the 23-yard line. And that is Javonte Smith, averaging 48 yards a game. He averages 6 yards a carry, picks up 12 on that one. And Bingham has a first down on the first play of the football game. Dane hands off to Javonte Smith again, and Smith will pick up 4 out near the 30-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Miners coming up. Again, it's Smith. He stumbles right at the yard marker, first down marker, and I believe they're going to give it to him. Needed 6, he got 6.5. So Bingham starting to move the chains now. Miners' first possession of the first quarter. Jordan drove it all the way down to the 10-yard line, but an Isaiah Jackson fumble put a halt to that. And that's how the Miners have started right here. First and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Picked up 24 yards in 4 plays. And we have a timeout on the field by the Bingham Miners. We'll take one as well. 9:05 left here in the first quarter. No score. Beat Diggers and the Miners on Game Night Live. First down carry by Javonte Smith, 9 yards. That'll bring up second down and 1 at the 43-yard line. Like a big shout out to the Drew Lisk fans in North Carolina watching on live.ksl.com. Second down and a yard. Handoff right up the middle, a big chunk of yardage to midfield. Jacob Afalada. You can see right there a big hole in the middle. Didn't get touched till he was about 8-9 yards into the secondary. First and 10 Miners right at the midfield stripe. Smith back at tailback again. The handoff to Smith, left side. He'll pick up another 4 up to down to the 46-yard line. Cooper Clark making the stop for the Beat Diggers. Pick up of 4. It'll bring up second down and 6. Bingham doesn't pass the ball much. Matt Dane only averages about 45 yards passing per game. Turns and hands off to the second man through. Picks up another couple of yards to the 42-yard line. That was Javonte Smith again. Third down and a long 1, maybe 2. So the Miners have been able to run the football off tackle on both sides of the line, and the Beat Diggers have had no answer. Dane, quarterback sneak, needed to get across the 40, And right now they're marking him just shy of the 40-yard line. So according to that spot, Bingham will be about maybe a half a football short, and we have a man down, Beat Digger, holding his left knee. Oh, my goodness. Not what you want to see in a game like this or any time. That is big number 74, Justin Cobley, 6'6", 355-pound senior. We'll take a break. Hopefully he'll be okay here on Game Night Live. So the Miners, 4th down and about a half a football. Dane on the quarterback sneak. He's got it easily. Needed about a half a yard, picks up 3. So the Miners move the chain. Have a 1st and 10 at the Jordan 38-yard line. Under 6.5 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Jordan opened this football game up by driving to the 10-yard line of Bingham and then the fumble. And Bingham took over, and now they're on a 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Pick up about 7 yards on the carry. Again, right up the middle by Javonte Smith, down to the 32-yard line. I'll make it to 31. Bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Miners. Javonte Smith has it, and Smith has a 1st down near the 25-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the carry. And right now the Miners, and this is what Jordan was concerned about, the size and strength of the offense and defensive lines of the Bingham Miners. And right now the Miners are controlling that line of scrimmage. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Alafava again, and maybe a half a yard, and that's it. Trevor Pawney, 5'11", 240-pound senior, making the stop. Or excuse me, that was Chris Barlow, the senior, for Jordan on the stop. Second down and 9. Javonte Smith trying to get to the edge. Breaks a couple of tackers. Javonte Smith going to the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Javonte Smith, a 25-yard touchdown. The Miners on the board first. Beat Diggers had Smith wrapped up, but he was just able to spin away and finish it off for the 25-yard touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. So with 4:14 left, Bingham Miners take a 7-0 lead here at Jordan here on Game Night Live. Welcome back to Jordan High School. The Miners, Javonte Smith, 25-yard touchdown run to put Bingham up 7-0. And I also have to give a shout out to Kelly Christensen from Iceberg, big supporter here at Jordan High School, and he delivered a chocolate caramel shake. So thank you to Kelly Christensen, longtime supporter of Jordan High School, and he's a good friend of KSL as well. And everybody's his friends with the shakes. 7-0, the Bingham Miners out in front on a Javonte Smith 25-yard touchdown. Jordan will have it for the second time. They were able to move the ball on the first possession, moved it all the way down to the 10-yard line until the fumble. Drew Lisk back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws it across the middle. A diving attempt. Did he make it or not? They say no, he didn't, and that was Spencer Curtis. Curtis earlier here in the first quarter became 5th on the all-time receiving yards list in the state of Utah. And now he's working his way up the numbers. 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers both sides. Lisk back to pass. In the pocket. Got his man Jackson, but he lost it. Had it. Couple of defenders converged, and he dropped it. Daniel Loa was one of the guys there converging on Jackson. Just kind of popped out of his hands. So Isaiah Jackson, tough start here to the football game. A fumble and then a dropped pass. 3rd down and 10 at the 20. Here comes the blitz. Lisk, caught, dropped. All the way back inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a 7-yard loss. Loa coming from the cornerback position on the blitz, and he got him. There you see Loa forcing him up in the pocket and then had some help from his buddies. I believe that was Jaden Anderson who got the sack on Lisk. Also, Longi Tuifua. The punt taken right at midfield. And a nice return inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. So Bingham will have great field position. That was Brady Atkin, the senior. 13-yard return, and now Bingham back in business at the Jordan 37-yard line. So the Beat Diggers in a sticky position here. Trailing 7-0. And no evidence of them able to stop the Bingham running game. And the Miners have it 1st and 10 in their own territory. Turn and hand off to Javonte Smith again. Javonte Smith breaks outside, and he's got another 1st down at the 21-yard line of Jordan. 16-yard pickup by Javonte Smith. Right up the middle that time. You see that big hole on the left. Smith found it, and then he was knocked out at the 21-yard line. First and 10, 21-yard line of Jordan. Quarterback sneak. Dane picks up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8. Handoff right up the middle. Inside the 10-yard line down to the 6. Another 13-yard pickup by Javonte Smith. Javonte Smith, 5'11", 210-pound junior. And so far, he's been able to get anything he wants. So it's first and goal at the 7-yard line of Jordan. Bingham already up 7-0. Trying to tack on another 6. Hand off to Afalava. And Afalava headed to the goal line down inside the 5. Actually, they called that a touchdown. They said he did get across the goal line. Don't know if we have a replay of that. Got to see if it's Afalava or if it was Brady Atkin. The extra point is up and good. Let's see the replay. Just keeps fighting his way, and yeah, right there, he did cross the goal line. Is it 27 or 37? We stepped away. 27, so it was Brady Atkin. 7-yard touchdown run, and the Miners now leading Jordan 14-0 here on Game 9 Live. Brady Atkin, 7-yard touchdown run. Miners on top, 14-0. And this will be a touchback, so the Beat Diggers will once again, for the third straight time, start on their own 20-yard line. But when you look at the Jordan Beat Diggers, down 14-0 is pretty much nothing, the way they can put up points on the board. However, they've never played a defense like Bingham this year. Miners giving up only 7 points per game, 5 shutouts this season, 1 off the all-time record. But Jordan averaging 47 points per game, the highest scoring team in the state. Drew Lisk back to pass, looks right over the head of his intended receiver. Alika Tuya, his intended receiver. Bring up second down and 10 from the 20. Lisk, inside screen, and they'll lose yards, maybe a yard on the play. So after that first drive where Jordan was able to move the ball at ease, last 2 possessions, Bingham has been downright stingy. Loss of 1 on the play, third down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Trips receivers to the left for Drew Lisk. Steps up, and knocked away at the last moment. Nice defensive play by the Miners. And I believe that was Tyler Monson. Simote Lokatui right there. Actually, it was Daniel Loa who knocked it away from the receiver. Ball was right there, but a great defensive play by Daniel Loa. So it's 4th down and 11. Another punt coming up for the Beat Diggers. This is a low line drive. Afalava or Atkin will take it at the 40-yard line. Nice coverage by the Beat Diggers, and we have 3 flags on the play. Spencer Jackson or Tigo Liuzzi. They're 2 number 19s for Jordan. One of those guys made the tackle, so we're going to give them both credit. Let's see if we can see what the flag was. It's on Bingham. Oh, right there. There's a block in the back. Yeah, no question about that. That was Keaton Torrey. Or Tongi Longi. Again, 2 number 10s for Bingham, so we'll both give them credit. So the Miners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line, leading Jordan 14-0 here in the first quarter. $1:16 left. Matt Dane turns, hands off. Javonte Smith again picks up another 7 yards. And Javonte Smith averaging 6 yards per carry, and he's well over that tonight. Off the left tackle again. And 2 guys hit him, and he still was able to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards after the first contact. 2nd down and 3, under a minute to play here, first quarter. Miners with a football and a 14-point lead. Smith. He was stuffed behind the line of scrimmage, but still able to get close to the first down marker, and he did. Needed 3, picked up about 3.5 or 4. He was stopped in the backfield 5 or 6 yards deep, but then just changed direction and found a little bit of open space. Enough for a first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. 10 seconds remaining first quarter. Matt Dane under center. Turns, hands off. And stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That was Elvis Vakapuna, the ball carrier that time. Nick Simonich, the defensive tackle, 5'10", 225-pound senior, in on the stop for the Beat Diggers. So we've come to the end of the first quarter. The Miners leading Jordan 14-0 here on Game Night Live. We start the second quarter. 2nd down and 8 for the Miners, leading 14-0. Javonte Smith, or excuse me, that is not Devontae Smith. That is Vakapuna again. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down right at the 50-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Miners. So far, the first couple of possessions, the Beat Diggers have not been able to stop the running game of the Miners. And what this is doing as well is the clock is running, and it keeps it away from Drew Lisk and the Beat Diggers. Quarterback sneak, first down, Bingham. So Matt Dane has had like 3 quarterback sneaks here so far, and they've all been for first downs. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of Jordan. So third straight time the Miners have moved into Beat Digger territory. A couple of touchdowns in the first 2 series. Jordan trying somehow to slow down this running game and stop the Miners. Here comes the blitz by the Beat Diggers, and they get the ball carrier. The first guy to get there was Cooper Clark, the senior. No gain on the play. Second down and 10. There's right there. And it looked like the ball may have come loose, but recovered by the Miners. So a nice job by Cooper Clark coming in from the right side on the pressure. Jordan looks like they're going to blitz again. Here he comes again, Cooper Clark. He's going after Dane, hits Dane as he throws, and the ball is overthrown. The receiver fell down. There was a little contact between Braden Casper and I believe Hagen Preston. Or that was Gabe Hamada. Difficult sometimes to see the difference between a 6 and an 8. So third down and 10. This is the longest third down conversion attempt that the Miners have had here in the first half. Dane to pass. The screen over the middle, got his tight end. Across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. 14-yard pickup. Matt Dane. And I do not have a 96 on the Bingham roster. We'll try to figure out his name, give him credit. 14-yard pickup, first and 10 at the 33-yard line. Smith in the backfield behind Dane. Handoff to Javante. And he will carry a couple of Beat Diggers all the way down to the 25-yard line. He was hit about the 30, but he gave the Jordan Beat Diggers, about 5 of them, a ride for another 5 yards. That'll bring up second down and 8, or second down and maybe 1. Boy, this Javante Smith averages 6 yards a carry. You can see why. He doesn't go down on first contact. Second down and 1 at the Jordan 25-yard line. It's going to be a first down now, I believe. Nope, they're going to say that illegal motion on Bingham. Jordan lineman jumped, but he was drawn offside. So that'll move it back 5 yards. So it'll be second down and 6 now from right around the 30-yard line. Once again, it's Javante Smith, and he is back down to near the 25-yard line. Going to be a yard shy of the first down. Actually, they say he's spotted about the 26. So it's 3rd down and 3. Javonte Smith got the first down. He's at the 21-yard line. 5-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Miners at the Bingham 21-yard line. Or at the Jordan 21-yard line. First man through, and it's going to be another touchdown for the Bingham Miners. Javonte Smith, 21 yards, his 2nd touchdown of the night. The first man through. They haven't run that play all night. It's usually been the second guy, the tailback, but that time Javonte Smith lined up in the fullback position, the quick hitter. And that's a 21-yard touchdown. And with the extra point, 8:06 remaining first half, all Bingham in this one, 21-0 over Jordan here on Game 9 Live. It's 21-0 Bingham. Again, another touchback, so the Beat Diggers will have it once again at their own 20-yard line to start things off. So the Beat Diggers had the ball first. Opening possession, drove all the way down the 10-yard line. Isaiah Jackson fumble. Bingham recovered and took it all the way down for the first touchdown. Javonte Smith, a 25-yard touchdown run to go up 7-0. Then Brady Atkin, 7-yard touchdown run later in the first quarter, make it 14-0. And then moments ago, Javonte Smith, 21-yard run, 21-0 Bingham. Drew List now, got to get something going. Across the middle, and what a catch by Spencer Curtis out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 23 yards. Boy, what a one-handed snag by Spencer Curtis. And maybe that will get this offense jump-started here. The first running play of the game for the Beat Diggers. Inside the 45-yard line of the Bingham Miners, Alec Evans. 1st and 10 at the 43 of Bingham. Handoff again. Alec Evans got a lot of room. Alec Evans inside the 20-yard line, down at the 18-yard line. That's another 20-yard gain by Alec Evans. So Eric Kerr and the offensive coordinators switching things up now. Bingham playing all pass. Couple of runs, picked up some big chunks of yardage. The pass, is it a touchdown? No, out at the 1-yard line. Drew Lisk to Alika Tuia. And that's a 17-yard pickup, and Eric Kerr wants to know why it's not a, oh yeah, Good call by the official. His foot stepped out at the 1 yard line. I think Coach Kerr wants a touchdown, but it was a good call. If we can show that replay again, Thompson, I think we can see where his foot stepped out of bounds. Yeah, let's see. There you go. The pass completion. Now watch his right foot. Yeah, or left foot right there. You could see it. Great call by the official. So it's 1st and goal now at the 1 yard line. Or was there a flag on the play? Yeah, there is a flag right by the football at the 1 yard line, and maybe that's what Coach Kerr was talking about. And now the officials are having a discussion. There you see the flag right to the bottom of big number 76 left foot. Well, here comes a call. Being very dramatic. Illegal participation, I believe, on Bingham. So it will be 1st and goal for the Beat Diggers, either at the 1 yard line or the half yard line. Looks like they'll go half the distance. Lisk still in the shotgun when the ball's right on the goal line. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown. The Beat Diggers finally get on the board. Alec Evans, 1 yard touchdown run. And the Miners now, extra point is up, and it is good. So with 7:22 left here in the first half, Bingham 21, Jordan 7 here on Game Night Live. Alec Evans with a 1 yard touchdown run. Beat Diggers on the board now, trailing Bingham 21-7. Miners take it at the 4 yard line. And that's Brady Atkin all the way out to the 18 yard line. So it's a 14 yard return by the Miners' Brady Atkin. Fourth possession coming up for the Miners. Scored on the previous 3 possessions. Let's see how they respond now after the Jordan touchdown. Matt Dane under center at quarterback. Quarterback sneak. Matt Dane's got a lot of room out across the 30, and Matt Dane's still on his feet. Matt Dane out near midfield at the 49 yard line. That's a 29 yard quarterback sneak. That's got to drive the Jordan Beat Diggers defensive coaches nuts. Just went right up the middle and busted it outside. And this Matt Dane kid's got some speed. 1st and 10, Bingham at the 49-yard line. Hand off to Smith. Crosses the midfield stripe to the 47-yard line of Jordan. That's a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Miners. Short week to prepare, as we're playing on Wednesday night because of UEA. So these teams lost a couple of days of preparation. Atkin to the 44, 3-yard pickup. Well, they'll mark him down at the 45, so that's a gain of 2. And coming in, you thought that that would hurt Bingham more than it would Jordan, as they would have to prepare for the prolific passing game of the Beat Diggers. But so far, Coach John Lamborn, before the show on our Game Night Live show, felt like the short week hurt him the most, but right now that's not the case. Third down and 5. Atkin again. 1st down. Needed to get to the 40. Got to the 39. So another 1st down on a run by the Bingham Miners. Clock winding down. Just over 5 minutes left here. 1st half. Bingham with the football and a 21-7 lead. Miners have a 33-game winning streak against in-state schools. Their only losses coming to the last 2 years, coming to Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas. Javonte Smith met at the line of scrimmage but falls forward for an extra couple of yards. Jeffrey Timothy was the guy that made the first contact, but then Javonte spun around for a couple more yards. 2nd down and 8 coming up. 38-yard line of Jordan. Javonte Smith. Well defended that time by the Beat Diggers. They weren't allowing him to get around the edge. Jed Roundy, I believe, was one of the first guys to get there. Yeah, Roundy right there. And then he got some help. Vunipola came and finished him off. So it's 3rd down and 9. Lost a yard on the play. And we have a timeout, Bingham. That's the Miners' 2nd timeout of the 1st half. We'll take one as well. 3 left. 1st half, Bingham 21, Jordan 7 here on Game Night Live. .341 left here in the 1st half. Bingham with the football and a 21-7 lead. Miners have it 3rd and 9 at the Jordan 38-yard line. Matt Dane under center, going to throw. Across the middle again, but it's dropped this time. Pretty much the same play that worked for a first down on the previous series, but that time number 96 couldn't hang on. So let's bring up 4th down and 9. They try to kick a field goal. It would be about a 56-yarder. They're going to punt it away. And Jordan does not have anyone deep. They're not buying it that it's going to be a kick. He is going to kick it away. And it takes a Jordan bounce into the end zone, but what a play by Daniel Loa to jump across the goal line, and no, they're going to say it's a touchback. Because I believe that if the ball crosses the goal line in high school, even if you jump and push it back and into play, that is a touchback. I believe that is the way it's called in high school. College, not so much. Right there. Because it looks like he clearly batted it back into play, but I think across the plane, same as on a kickoff. So Drew Lisk going to work, going deep, got a receiver, it's caught. It's caught at the 40-yard line. What a throw and catch by Tuia. Am I saying that correctly? Tuia. Alika Tuia. 39-yard pass play from Drew Lisk to Tuia. And with 3:15, the Beat Diggers are in business to get back into this football game. Hand off to Alec Evans, and Evans will pick up 4 yards inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Well, we'll call it 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up for Jordan. Plenty of time remaining here in the first half for the Beat Diggers. 2:50 and counting. Drew Lisk with Alec Evans flanked to his right. Bolingbroke in motion. Drew Lisk looking left. Got his receiver, but it's knocked away. No, he caught it. Everybody just kind of stood still. Spencer Curtis caught it, and he's brought down at the 16-yard line. That's a 22-yard pickup. Boy, Drew Lisk did a great job. Defender almost had it there. Curtis bobbled it, grabbed it, and got down to the 16-yard line. Alec Evans off the right side, across the 15, down to the 12-yard line. That's a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Beat Diggers. Clock running, 2:15 and counting. Beat Diggers trying to get back into this football game. They were down 21-7, now or 21-0. Now it's 21-7. Lisk to the goal line, caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Jordan. Drew Lisk to Jackson Bolingbroke, senior to senior. And the Beat Diggers have put themselves right back into this football game. Extra point coming up. Ball is fumbled, and the extra point is no good. And oh boy, let's see how that will come back to haunt Jordan here the rest of the way. But the Beat Diggers back on the board again. 1:57 left. Bingham 21 and Jordan 13 here on Game Night Live. 1:57 remaining here, second quarter. Beat Diggers Drew List to Bolingbroke, 12-yard touchdown connection. And now it's 21-7, 21-13. Miners lead is cut to 8. Atkin has it at the 7-yard line. And Brady Atkin, another nice return out near the 30. That's going to be a 23-yard return by Brady Atkin, the senior. So now with 1:49 remaining here in the first half, let's see how John Lamborn and the Miners take care of the clock. Matt Dane under center. Fakes the handoff to Javonte Smith. Matt Dane, now he's going to hug it downfield, and it is caught. What a catch by the Miners. Colton Fiedler, the senior. Dane faked the handoff. That held the defensive line, and then it looked like Dane was just going to run, and so he spotted. I think he throws it as far as he can, and what a comeback by Fiedler. Well defended. Dane to pass again. Caught Fiedler near the 25-yard line. There are two 21s for the Bingham Miners. Colton Fiedler and Amani Khalili. Khalili is an outside linebacker and running back, a sophomore, so I believe that is Colton Fiedler. We'll go with that. And if I'm wrong, somebody Facebook me. Second down and 5. Javonte Smith has it, brought down from behind. Nice bit of pressure right there by, I believe that's number 44. No, 94. Tyler Barnes. See Tyler right there just chasing him down, and he grabbed him from behind. Actually, that was Vakapuna on the carry. Dane to throw again, left side, got his man, breaks away, makes another move. I believe that's Malik Davis. Ethan Engerbauer. Ethan Engerbauer right there breaks one tackle. Whoop, another spin move right there on Cooper Clark, and he's got a first down at the 7-yard line, and we have another player down for the Beat Diggers. 57 seconds left. This is Game Night Live. Bingham Miners first and goal at the 7-yard line. Clock is running now, 55 and counting. Matt Dane under center. Handoff right up the middll, and it's another touchdown for the Bingham Miners. That is big number 42, Parker Taufa. 5'10", 235-pounder, rumbles in, and the Miners back in the end zone. Pretty much the same play that Javonte Smith scored on earlier, but this time it was Parker Taufa. Kick is up and good. 42 seconds left. Bingham now leads 28-13 over Jordan here on Game Night Live. Yep. 42 seconds left. 28-13. The Miners on top of the Beat Diggers. But again, we'll say it. With this offense for Jordan, they are never out of it. Don't be surprised if 40 seconds is enough time to go down and get another touchdown. But they'll have to do it from their own 20-yard line again as the kick sails into the end zone. And nice job of kicking by the Bingham Miners. So 28-13, Bingham out in front of Jordan. The winner will claim at least a share of the Region 3 title. Both teams are already in the playoffs. Just a matter of a region title and playoff positioning. Jordan will go in as the number 2 team if they do not get the win tonight. Ball on the ground, and Liss cannot grab onto it. It's picked up by the Miners. It's going to be a touchdown for the Bingham Miner defense. B.J. Taofalele picks it up and takes it in for the 6-yard return for the touchdown. And oh no, that is not what Jordan wanted to have happen right now with 34 seconds left in the half. I don't know if we got a replay of that again, but after the kick, we'll see if we can see it again. Extra point is up and good. 34 seconds left. It's 35-13. Let's see this play again. Ball on the ground. Liss tried to fall on it, but not there. And then B.J. Taofalele picks it up, and he'll take it in for the 9-yard touchdown. And just like that, 8 seconds, 2 touchdowns by the Bingham Miners. They lead it now 35-13. Again into the end zone, and Jordan will have it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Let's see if they take a knee now. 35-13, 2 touchdowns, 14 points in a matter of 8 seconds for the Miners. And this Jordan crowd, so full of promise about an hour ago, now a little deflated. As the Miners flexing its muscles again. Drew Lisk hit and dropped. Let's see who got him. I believe it was number 45, Zach Stidman. Yep, Zach Stidham, senior. And with that, the clock will run out. We have come to the end of the first half. It's been all Bingham. Miners leading Jordan 35-13 here on Game Night Live. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the second half here in a Region 3 showdown. Welcome back to Jordan High School. We're about ready to begin the second half. Bingham will receive the second half kickoff, leading the Beat Diggers 35-13. Kick taken at the 3-yard line by Atkin, and this time a lot better job of defending on the kick as he'll bring it out to the 15-yard line. That's a 13-yard return. But the Miners have been able to run the ball at will, especially Javonte Smith. 3 touchdowns in that first half. A 25-yarder, a 21-yarder. Actually, 2 touchdowns. Brady Atkin and Parker Taufa have the others. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Hand off to the first man through. Still on his feet is Javonte Smith across the 20 out to the 23-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 on the first play of the third quarter. Jordan has to find some way to not just slow down the Bingham rushing attack, but they've got to stop it, and they got to force a turnover to get back into this football game. Hand off to Smith, bounces outside, but can't get outside. Nice defensive play by the Beat Diggers. I believe that. Is that number 17? Ben Lisk? 27. Bo McCray. Loss of a couple. 3rd down and 5 from the 22-yard line. Jordan showing pressure. Dane has his receiver out in the flat. It's a first down and a lot more. Across the 40, across the 45, across midfield, all the way to the 46-yard line of Jordan. That's Javonte Smith again. 32 yards on a little screen play out in the flat. And one guy, 2 Beat Diggers, 3, 4, finally brought him down right at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 Miners. Jordan needed a stop dearly on that one. Now it's quarterback sneak again, and Matt Dane has 9 yards on the QB sneak. For some reason, that has been a successful play for the Miners. They have had nothing less than 8 or 9 yards per carry on a QB sneak right up the middle. That's what size and strength does for you on the offensive line. And they're not tricky about hiding it either. They just get right up there, and they might do it again. Smith has it, and Javonte Smith breaks into the secondary inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. That's another 12-yard chunk. It's first down Miners right there. There's a big hole, not touched until he's 6 or 7 yards into the secondary. Then he takes a couple of Beat Diggers for a ride for another 4 or 5 yards. So Javonte Smith, the workhorse tonight for the Miners. And what we expected to be a tight, physical football game has not turned out that way. Javonte Smith now feeling his way inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. 5-yard pickup for Javonte Smith. Second down and 5 from the 18. Quick handoff. First man through. They scored the last time they did that. Parker Taufa. He'll pick up 3 yards to the 15-yard line, bringing up 4th down and 2. Miners going for it on 4th and 2. Or it's 3rd down and 2. Sorry, they moved the marker back. 3rd down and 2. Hand off to Taufa. And Taufa is about a half a yard shy, I do believe, of the first down marker. So now it will bring up 4th down and a yard. And Coach Lamborn and the Miners will go for it. 4th down and pretty much less than a yard at the 14-yard line. Look for a QB sneak or Javonte Smith. Hand off to Smith. He's got the first down inside the 10, down to the 9, the 8-yard line. Pickup of 6 on 4th and a yard. So the Miners will have it 1st and goal at the Jordan 8-yard line. Right there, simple handoff. Again, he wasn't touched until he was about 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. And on 4th and 1, that's how you get a first down. So Javonte Smith behind Dane. 1st and goal at the 8. Quarterback sneak. Matt Dane inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. 6-yard pickup on a quarterback sneak. Nothing fancy or flashy about the Bingham Miners. John Lamborn has been the offensive coordinator for years under head coach Dave Peck until Coach Peck retired at the end of last season after winning 2 straight titles. 2nd and goal at the 3. Javonte Smith fighting his way to the goal line. Still fighting. I believe the ball's on the ground and Jordan saying that they have it. And yeah, it's a fumble into the end zone. And the Beat Diggers have forced a turnover. Touchback, they got it. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Let's see if we can see where the ball came out. Javonte Smith fighting for extra yards. And there you can see a bunch of Beat Diggers grabbing for the football, and it was on the ground and couldn't tell who recovered it. But they did. So now Jordan still alive, down 35-13 with the state's highest scoring offense with Drew Lisk at quarterback. They got to get something going. Lisk across the middle, caught outside the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line. That's another 22-yard pickup. Alika Tuia making the catch. A part at the 23-yard line. That's a 23-yard pickup. Ball low, snap again, and handoff, maybe a yard, that's it. So Jordan has had a couple of problems with the low snap. One cost him a touchdown as B.J. Taufalele picked the fumble up and ran it back 9 yards for the touchdown. Gain of a yard on the run play. 2nd down and 9. 5.5 to play here, 3rd quarter. Jordan needing something in a hurry. Down 35-13. Lisk across the middle. Caught, drop. Nice defensive play there by the Miners. Ethan Erickson, the 6'2", 190-pound senior, reached in and knocked that football away before Tuia could haul it in. Third down and 9. 44-yard line of Jordan. Probably 4-down territory for the Beat Diggers from here on out. Bingham showing blitz. Now they back off. Lisk caught. 1st down at the 41-yard line. Spencer Curtis, I believe, has it. Kind of hobbles as he gets back up, but Lisk had to throw off his back foot and threw it 20 yards. It kind of shows you what arm he has. Clock continuing to run now. 5:15 and counting. Lisk out in the flat on the receiver screen. It is Spencer Curtis, and Curtis is close to the 1st down marker. He's got it. That's a 13-yard pass play from Drew List to Spencer Curtis. There you see Curtis got a convoy right in front of him. And that time the receiver on the left side did not block that guy, or he had a lot more. First and 10 at the Bingham 27-yard line. Alec Evans picks up 2. Jordan trying to capitalize. Javonte Smith for Bingham fumbled into the end zone. Touchback, and now Jordan trying to take advantage of that and cut into that 35-13 lead. Clock is running, 4:20 now and counting. Second down and 8. Lisk caught, first down, 15-yard line. 12-yard pickup. Nice blocking by the lineman of Jordan. And it was just a comebacker. Very simple, throw and catch. Clock continuing to run, 4:10 and counting. Jordan down 35-13, Lisk going to the end zone, caught, touchdown. What a throw and what a catch. Tuia hauls it in, 15 yards. Only one place where Tuia could catch that football, and it was right there, delivered by Drew Lisk. What a throw and catch. A little bit of life now for the Beat Diggers. Extra point is up, and it is no good. So a couple of missed extra points here. And it's 35-19, 4:03 left here in the third quarter. Bingham on top of Jordan here on Game Night Live. All right, we do have a correction from the first half. There was a number 21 receiver caught a couple of passes for the Bingham Miners, and his name is Shyler Shoemaker. Number 21. In our program, he's number 20 along with Daniel Loa. So the onside kick does not work for the Beat Diggers. It is hauled in by Braden Casper for the Miners. So Shyler Shoemaker, we're giving you credit for a couple of passes in that first half. I believe we gave the credit to Colton Fiedler. So there you go. Now we know. So the Miners take over. I sure hope Shoemaker catches another pass. First and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Now their lead is cut to 35-19. Jordan's still not out of this, but they have got to have a stop. Atkin trying to get to the edge. He does, and Brady Atkin knocked out of bounds. And let's see where they're going to spot him. All the way down to the Jordan 42-yard line. That's a 20-yard run. Brady Atkin. Looks like they had it strung out. Big number 94, Tyler Barnes trying to catch up with him. Couldn't do it. And then for some reason, I believe that was Bo McCray, stopped. And then he was forced out of bounds. So So a 20-yard pickup. It's 1st and 10 at the Jordan 42-yard line. Atkin, the tailback, behind to Alpha. Atkin has it again. Tough running by Brady Atkin. He's got another first down. That's a 13-yard run. Boy, the Bingham Miners are just too physical for the Jordan Beat Diggers tonight. They do not go down on the first contact right there. Second contact right there. Third contact, fourth contact. So he picked up another 9 yards after the first contact. And it's 1st and 10 at the Jordan 30-yard line. No letdown on this Bingham Miner football team after the retirement of Dave Peck. John Lamborn has them playing at a high level. This time the quarterback sneak, well, still going, picks up another 7-8 yards. Looks like he was stopped when after a 4-yard gain. But Matt Dane picks up 6. Make it 7, 2nd down and 3. Clock running. 2:45 remaining, 3rd quarter. 35-19. Bingham driving again with the lead. Javonte Smith has it. Javonte Smith finds the outside. It's a foot race to the pylon, and it's not Javonte Smith that time. It's Vakapuna. Elvis Vakapuna. 23-yard touchdown run. And the Miners now up 41-19 with the extra point coming up. Elvis Vakapuna just putting on the burners and getting to the edge and then beating the Beat Diggers to the pylon. Extra point is up, and it is good. 2:32 left, 3rd quarter. Bingham 42, Jordan 19 here on Game 9 Live. Elvis Vakapuna, 23-yard touchdown run. And it is now 42-19. The Miners with a lead, 2:32 left here, 3rd quarter. Jordan needed a stop there after scoring to cut the lead to 16, but it didn't happen. Again, kicked out of the end zone. 1st and 10, Jordan at their own 20-yard line. Just in case you're wondering, the first game between Jordan and Bingham, 19-10. Jordan won that one 11-0. That was at Bingham. First and 10 for Drew Lisk. Here comes the pressure. Avoids the pressure and passes incomplete. Tuia was his intended receiver. Jordan has 530 victories. That's the 6th most wins in the state of Utah. Ball on the ground, and Jordan, did they lose the fumble or is it incomplete? Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 at the 20. Lisk. Ball in the air, and it falls incomplete. Intended for Tuia. Nice coverage there on Ethan Erickson, the senior. Was right there to help knock the ball away. Pass a little bit behind Tuia, but it brings up 4th down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Jordan will have to punt again. Kick is returnable, taken at the 43-yard line by Atkin, but nice coverage there by the Beat Diggers. Remy Peterson, the senior, the first guy there to meet Atkin. 2:07 left. 1st and 10 Miners at their own 44-yard line. Bingham with a 42-19 lead. The winner of this one will clinch at least a share of the Region 3 title. Bingham, if the Miners win, will increase their winning streak of in-state schools to 34 straight. Atkin has it. Brady Atkin still on his feet. Brady Atkin could score. Brady Atkin's going to score a touchdown. That is 56 yards. And that pretty much should do it on Region 3. Atkin, right side, found a little hole. Broke one tackle, another missed tackle, and then Matt Dane, the quarterback, helping him out, making sure no one would get to him. And that is a 56-yard touchdown run. .154 left, 49-19. Bingham out in front of Jordan here on Game Night Live. Brady Atkin, 56-yard touchdown run on a simple sweep to the right side, cut it up and then back across the field. And now it's 49-19 with a $1:54 left here in the third quarter. The Miners out in front of Jordan. Again out of the end zone, so another touchback. And boy, that's a weapon in itself for the Miners. No threat of any kind of a return in the kicking game. So let's see how Drew Lisk and the Beat Diggers respond after a couple of quick touchdowns by the Miners to go up 30. Lisk caught. Tuia. First down out near the 39-yard line. It's a 19-yard pass play. Good for a first down. There you see he was wide open, not a defender within 3 or 4 yards. And it is a 1st and 10 Jordan at their own 39-yard line, trailing by 30. Lisk out in the flat, Tui again, right at the first down marker. Simple out pattern, 10-yard out. It is enough for a first down. Ball marked on the 41-yard line. Alec Evans with the carry, and he'll pick up 3 yards, 4 yards to the 47-yard line of Bingham. Ethan Erickson in on the stop for the Miners. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Lifts to pass on 2nd down and 6. Going deep, and he overthrows everybody. His receiver, Jackson, turned in, and Lisk went deep. Third down and 6. 47-yard line of Bingham. Jordan averaging 47 points a game, the state's highest scoring team, right now sitting on 19. Lisk going deep this time. Tui has got it inside the 10-yard line. And a flag is on late. And I believe there's going to be some extracurricular on Bingham. Out of bounds. Lisk just kind of flinging that thing out there to Tuia. They're calling, I believe it's Harley Yazzie for pulling the receiver down, but he basically had his hands on him and just kind of fell down to the ground. There was nothing there. There was no malicious intent on that one. The official just overreacted a little bit. Watch it right there. See, he's down like that. He's already going down, and he kind of pulled him down a little bit, but come on. It was just momentum. Anyway, first down and goal. Evans inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, 2-yard line. 33 seconds left. Lisk on the flat, incomplete. Jackson Bolingbroke, who had a touchdown earlier, couldn't hang on that time. 3rd down and 2. For a touchdown. Lisk. Now he throws it and incomplete. Pass interference going to be called on the Miners. Now, I don't believe that's an automatic first down with the rule change 2 years ago. It is a 15-yard penalty, which in this case can't be had, so it'll be half the distance to the goal. I believe they'll replay 3rd down. There you see the defender was on the back of the receiver. So it will be 3rd down and goal now from the 1. See if they just run this in. Ball on the ground again. Alec Evans going to lose 3 yards back to the 4-yard line. A low snap again, and Ethan Erickson makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. That snap went about a yard. No chance for that play. We've come to the end of the third quarter and we head into the fourth. Bingham 49, Jordan 19 here on Game Night Live. We start the fourth quarter. It is 4th down and goal for the Jordan Beet Diggers at the 4-yard line. Curtis in motion. Drew Lisk in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure to the end zone. Touchdown, 4 yards. Drew Lisk. I believe that was Spencer Curtis with a touchdown. Nice job of escaping the pressure by Lisk and throwing on the run, and Curtis has it. And Curtis has been hobbled for most of this football game. Came up limping in the first quarter, but he's still out there toughing it out. Got a 4-yard touchdown pass from Drew Lisk. Extra point is up, and this one is good. 11:54 left, fourth quarter. Bingham 49, Jordan 26 here on Game Night Live. 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. Drew Lisk to Spencer Curtis, 4-yard touchdown pass, cutting the Bingham lead to 49-26. A little pooch kick and a fair catch called for by the Miners at the 25-yard line. So that's where Bingham will take over, 1st and 10. Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Well, if Jordan has any chance of making a major comeback here, they've got to have a stop starting right here. And so far, the only stop that they've been able to have on the Miners when they fumbled. And they punted once. Javonte Smith fighting his way to the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 5, 2nd down and 5 coming up for Bingham. Again, Javonte Smith now hobbling off there. Looks like his right ankle. So not concerned about tonight, but the future is next week, the final week of the regular season. And if Bingham goes on to win this one, they'll have a chance to clinch it outright in the final game of the regular season. The region title, that is. 2nd down and 5. Matt Dane letting the play clock run down to 7, 6. Vakapuna met head on with Jed Roundy, but not until he picks up a 1st down across the 35-yard line. There you see Vakapuna. Here comes Jed Roundy right there. Boy, and they just smacked hats right there. Clock continuing to run now, under 10:50, 4th quarter. 49-26, 23-point lead for the Miners. They've got the football. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Brady Atkin again finds the left side. Brady Atkin knocked out of bounds inside the 40-yard line down to the 37 of Jordan. "32-yard pickup." Brady Atkin, his last couple of carries been for nearly 90 yards. One resulted in a touchdown, a 56-yarder. That one a 32-yarder. Taufa. Boy, there's a change of pace right there from the speedster of Atkin and Javonte Smith and Vakapuna to the bruising mentality of Parker Taufa. 5'10", 235-pounder. Picks up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Clock continuing to run now. 10 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Bingham content to let that clock wind down, leading by 23. Quarterback sneak. And that is the shortest run from the quarterback sneak so far tonight. About 3 yards, that's it. Maybe 2. Third down and 5 coming up for the Miners. They're at the Jordan 32-yard line. And Dane wants to call a timeout. Play clock was down to 1. 8:57 left, 4th quarter. 49 Bingham, 26 Jordan here on Game Night Live. Let's go. 3rd down and 5 for the Miners. 8:57 left, 4th quarter. Vakapuna not going to get the 1st down. Needed 5, picked up 3. Bring up 4th down and 2. That was a deep pitch, about 9 yards in the backfield, and nice job by the Beat Diggers to converge on that. One of the guys there to finish him off was Alec Keener. So 4th down and 2 for the Miners. They'll go for it. Taufa to the right of Dane. Atkin to the left. Fake the handoff to Atkin. Pass on the left side, and that's a first down. I believe Braden Casper. That's his first catch of the night. 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. So that's a first down, Bingham. Brady Atkin knocked down at the 15-yard line, pickup of 9. It'll bring up 2nd down and a yard. That is a first down run needed to get to the 19. He got to the 17. Vakapuna on the carry. Again, took 4 Beat Diggers to bring him down. Gained another 3 or 4 yards after first contact. Under 7 to play here, 4th quarter. 49-26, Bingham with the lead and the football. 1st and 10 at the Beat Digger 12. Vakapuna down at the 5. Make it the 7. They say his knee went down at the 7. Again, 2nd man through. Nice block by Taufa. Picked up 8 yards. Actually picked up 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 at the 7-yard line of Jordan. Jordan does have all 3 of its timeouts remaining if they choose to use them. 2nd man through is Atkin. Atkin stacked up near the line of scrimmage, falls forward. Going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down. Third and 2 at the 5-yard line. Atkin. Touchdown, Brady Atkin. 5 yards. And this one is done. Extra point is up, and it is good. 5:17 left. Now 56-26. Bingham out in front of Jordan here on Game Night Live. Brady Atkin with his third touchdown of the night. 5-yarder with 5:17 left. It's Bingham 56, Jordan 26. Looks like Bingham will grasp at least a share of the region title, the Region 3 title, and then next week they could clinch it, either with a loss by Jordan or a win again. Touchback, Jordan again, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Lisk, caught, inbounds. Curtis got it. Out to the 37-yard line, pick up a 17 yards on the play. Isaac Jackson. Knocked out at the 29-yard line of Bingham, and a flag on the play. Just a short toss to Jackson, and he had a convoy in front of him. And let's see if this is some sort of, it's a horse collar on number 8. I believe that's Jack Anderson. And now we have another discussion. So horse collar will move another 15 yards towards the goal line. Yeah, very clear to see here. He really didn't yank him down, but right there, didn't pull him back. Jackson fell forward, but he did grab the back and the collar of Jackson. So it's 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line, and we have an officials timeout again. And now we're going to have another discussion. Davis beat Hunter 28-15. Skyview in the third quarter leading Fremont 37-7, and Mountain Crest leading Clearfield 29-0. That's the last score we received at halftime. So it looks like Skyview and Mountain Crest will remain undefeated. And the final game of the season next week, Mountain Crest at Skyview for the Region 1 title. As Lisk goes down right at the original line of scrimmage, it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 13. Taylorsville over Cottonwood 32-6. Brighton 59-8 over Copper Hills. Harriman 21-0 over Lehigh. American Fork 24-3. As Lisk goes to the end zone, and it's incomplete. I believe that was Spencer Curtis trying to make a nice grab, but he bobbled it and couldn't come down with it. Pleasant Grove leading Westlake 34-2. East thumping Highland in the fourth quarter 31-6. Alta coming back after the loss to Provo, leading Timpanogos in the fourth, 69-7. Timpview 21-0 over Mountain View. It's now 27-18 Provo over Corner Canyon. 4 minutes left in the fourth. Lisk on 3rd and 10 to the end zone. Could not hook up with Curtis. So that'll bring up 4th down and 10 at 13-yard yard line. 4:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Wasatch leading Spanish Fork 28-14. How about the job that Steve Colburn's done with the Wasatch Wasps? I believe 3 games they won last year. And now they're going to be in second place in region. 4th down, Lisk. Caught, 2-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Isaac Jackson. Isaiah Jackson going low for that football. And caught it. So it's 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Lisk looks to the left, touchdown. Isaiah Jackson. There you see Lisk looking right. Nothing there. Came back to the left, and there was Jackson for the 2-yard touchdown. Orem leading Hillcrest in the 4th, 49-21. Weber in a surprise. Region 7 leading Kearns 42-35. 2-point conversion attempt, Lisk, and pass interference in the end zone, so they'll get to replay the down. Lone Peak 37-7 over Woods Cross. Olympus 17, Bountiful 14. About 5 minutes left in the 4th. So they'll replay the 2-point conversion. Back to left side, and the 2-point conversion is good. Spencer Curtis hauls it in. With 4:07 left, it's now 56-34. Bingham out in front of Jordan here on Game Night Live. Drew List to Isaiah Jackson, 2-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion good. The onside kick, and ball still on the ground, and Jordan may have come up with it. They had a crack at it. And looks like Bingham comes away with it. But that was close. I think Vakapuna was the guy that came up out of the pile with the football. So 4:04 left. You can see right there, ball still on the ground right there. 3 Jordan players had a crack at it, but it falls into the hands of the Miners. So 4:04 remaining here, 4th quarter. And it's been all Miners from the first possession. Jordan drove all the way down to the 10-yard line on its first possession of the game and fumbled. And after that, Bingham jumped out to a 14-0 lead and never have been threatened. Pickup of 4 on the carry by Vakapuna. We haven't seen Javonte Smith since he tweaked his ankle, it looked like, early in the 4th quarter. So hopefully he's okay. And it's nothing serious or any length of time, because they would like to have him obviously for the final game next season, next week, and then for the playoffs, because he's a good one. 2nd down and 6. Vakapuna. Vakapuna still on his feet, and he's close to the 1st down marker. And the official says, yes, it is a 1st down, so move the chains. And the clock will start right now. 3:10 and counting remaining 4th quarter. All Bingham here. Bingham will share at least a tie for the Region 3 title. Five seconds on the play clock. And they call a timeout before the clock hits 0. 2:47 left, 56-34, Bingham over Jordan here on Game Night Live. First and 10 for the Miners, 2:47 left. Bingham leading 56-34. To Alpha in the backfield, and he'll pick up 5. Down to the 37-yard line. Play clock down to 5. Snapped right at 1. Brady Atkin. Maybe a yard, that's it. 35-yard line. Clock continuing to run, and I'm assuming that Eric Kerr, head coach at Jordan, will be content just to let it run out. Again, Matt Dane waiting for that play clock to go down to 5. He's going to pass, and it's incomplete. Clock stopped on 3rd and 4. So, pass was intended for Braden Casper, who only has 1 catch tonight. Fourth down and 3 at the 35-yard line. Dane to pass again. Caught. First down. Well, they're going to say it was incomplete. Looked like it was complete here. Yeah, it did. And then the referee, right closest to the receiver, didn't signal. It was from the middle judge there that was looking back, and he could tell that the ball hit the ground. So, Jordan takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 30, trailing 56-34 with 1:19 left. Another low snap. Lisk has it. Alec Evans has got it. And brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. One minute remaining here at Jordan High School. Lisk, Spencer Curtis, and Spencer Curtis is brought down at the 40-yard line. 20-yard pass play. Lisk to Curtis. Little inside screen. Got a convoy right up the middle. And picks up 20 yards. Caught. And brought down at the 33. Pickup of 7. And now Jordan calls a timeout. So Coach Kerr and the Bee Diggers trying to get in the end zone at least one more time here before time expires. The game is no longer in doubt. Final score is just a reminder, switch over to KSL Channel 5 TV. 10 o'clock, we'll be on about 10:23, right after Kevin Eubanks' weather. And we'll have highlights of a few games on this Wednesday night, second to final week of the high school regular season. Also, Major League Baseball playoffs and Real Salt Lake in a must-win game today if they want to have any chance at making the postseason. Second down and 2, 33-yard line, 31 seconds left. Now, for some reason, the officials are still holding up play. Don't know if there's a clock issue. Yeah. 30, they need to add another 2 seconds on the clock.
33.8.
I think they should just count to 2 and then start the clock. There you go. They needed to add about 2 seconds and 2/10 onto the clock. Second down and 2. Lisk, triple covered there, and he was fortunate not to get intercepted. Pass intended for Curtis, and a couple of Miners had a crack at it. 3 seconds runs off the clock. Third and 2. Alec Evans got the first down near the 25-yard line, still on his feet, still chugging away. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. That's a first down with 21.6 seconds left. Timeout. 21 seconds left, 56-34. Bingham leading Jordan here on Game Night Live. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Lisk. Caught. Jackson, 10-yard line. That's a first down. 15-yard pickup. 13 seconds left on the clock. Lisk doing a nice job getting out of the way. Lisk again to the end zone, touchdown. Drew Lisk to Isaiah Jackson, 10 yards. Makes the score a little bit more respectable now. Flag on the two-point conversion. List to the end zone, caught. Two-point conversion, Tuya. So with 7.8 seconds left, it's 56-42. Back down to a 14-point game, but a couple of late touchdowns by Jordan going to help even up this score. So expect another onside kick here. And Bingham recovers. And I think 1/10 of a second clicked off on that. So all Bingham needs to do is take a knee, mercifully. And that should do it. So that'll do it. The Bingham Miners clinch at least a share of the Region 3 title. They get the win here at Jordan, 56-42. The Bingham Miners, 34 straight wins against in-state teams the last few years. I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Next week, it will be our final broadcast of the regular season. It will be Mountain Crest at Skyview for the Region 1 title, a matchup between undefeated teams. So for now, say thank you for watching. For our entire crew here, I'm Rod Zundel. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you a week from Friday from Cache Valley.